Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn Modern Day Mod here today on the channel. We're going to be starting a brand new series as Brazil. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. We're going to be changing things up in this series, starting things off on the 1st of January 2017. Because, I don't know, I just want to mix things up. We've been starting my last couple of series at the 2000 start date. So we've got Barack Obama as president, Theresa May, and we've also got Angela Merkel in as well. But the main objective of this series is to make Brazil great again, try and get all of South America under our control. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, so 1st of January 2017, the Workers' Party is currently in, and we want to try and bring in the Social Liberal Party. Thankfully, the Nationalist outlook in Brazil is fucking 55%, so we are going to be able to switch on over and then go neo-imperialism, so we're going to be able to gobble up all of our South American neighbors. So I want to sort of create a South American sphere of influence, create a faction, and as well we'll try and interfere in geopolitics and sort of spread around the Brazilian army. Unfortunately, we're nearly 2 trillion in debt. We're currently losing 16 at the moment. We've currently got 8 total corruption, which is currently rampant. We're going to have to massively reduce that. We've got some internal factors. The Brazilian farmers, the workers, and the small and big businesses we're going to have to keep happy. We want to beef up our military spending and yeah, get our sort of manpower back on track. Thankfully, we've only got 50k, which is pretty good. Brazil is a huge country with a vast amount of resources and a huge population as well. But check out the Brazilian focus tree. It's actually like semi-customizable as well. And some of this stuff has already been done. So I think for this series, we'll go out on our own. I think we'll try and once again stop Chinese, Russian, American actors sort of influencing us and build our own sphere of influence, make our own faction. We'll see how we go. But yeah, we kind of don't want to angry NATO. We don't want to anger CSTO or the Shanghai Pact either. But you never know. We might end up having to go to war with one of them if they guarantee some of these small South American countries. So we can even bring in Bolsonaro as well. We've even got some war justifications down on the right hand side there. So we're going to be kicking things off with obviously getting our civilian and military infrastructure in check. We can't build a secret agency just yet. So currently we have the IMBL IA3 rifle, and we can't get the next one until 2025, so we'll try and bring those in. We've got pretty decent support equipment and logistics. Our tanks are a little bit old, 95. However, our more modern infantry fighting vehicles and armored personnel carriers are nice. Artillery's not too bad either. And the Brazilian Navy I'd like to beef up a bit as well. But thankfully now we're starting in 2017. We've got 17 years of research already done. However, our research and infrastructure is quite low. We might even have access to nuclear weapons potentially as well. We can actually get that. We're currently guaranteeing Paraguay, Argentina, and Uruguay, and we're probably going to need to get some rare earth resources. But Africa is only it's only a straight away, so we could potentially take some coastal African territories. We have 43 divisions under our control, 26 battalions, which is pretty good. We've got a really nice and strong standing army, which is mostly equipped with Brazil equipment. So we should actually be able to weaponize our nuclear reactors if we want. So it shouldn't be too far away to do that. We've only got 19 ships, mostly submarines and corvettes. So we'd like to beef that up as well, because we want to dominate the seas in and around, and I'd like to beef up the air force as well, ideally. Alright, so let me know feedback and suggestions, tips and tricks of course, but I think we'll play as Brazil. for this week or so. And then I was looking at other factions play. Thank you for all the suggestions. I might have to do a poll or a vote somewhere for the next series. But I was looking at sort of countries where we can expand and conquer, have some cool wars, and sort of carve our own kingdom. So in no particular order, I think we should play as India at some point, potentially Mexico or Nigeria, something like that. I think that'd be quite cool. Right, we got to fix up our production as well. We've only got 13 military. I'd like to increase that. We currently are getting French helicopters using their blueprint. That's kind of sick. I guess because they have French Guyana to the north, like bordering us, potentially. And let's try and get in some tanks as well. And Swedish aircraft, really. Huh. That's kind of cool that they're using their schematics. Because in Australia, our old submarines were... I don't want to get into that whole Australian submarine controversy, particularly if there's any French viewers. But yeah, our old sort of submarines that we had were from Swedish schematics. That's cool. Alright, so what do we got here? Frigates, destroyers, corvettes, whatever we can get. And then we'll make sure that any newly constructed ship we'll be able to send to the Navy. So we're going to have to build up our own infrastructure. We're going to have to put in a lot of work. Tearing down the Amazon. But thankfully, a lot of our neighbors have a bunch of resources. I can't wait to secure, like, Ecuadorian oil and stuff. And Argentine beef. Delicious. But unfortunately, our neighbors aren't the most sort of factory built up, like military or civilian. So, like even here, we've got really terrible infrastructure. Look at this. Obviously, the Amazon is just a huge fucking jungle. So it's going to take a while to break that down. Carve up through the overgrown stuff. Find those ancient cities that they're finding with fucking LiDAR and stuff. Alright, so we want to build infrastructure, civilian factories, and fuel. So I suppose we instantly hold an election because we're already at like 55%. The nationalists are going to win easily. We don't even need to bring in the army. So instead of waiting till, what, October 2018, which is ages away, I'm going to hold an instant election and try and bring in, I suppose, Bolsonaro. Because the Workers' Party aren't overly that strong politically. But we're going to have to get that stagnation up. We want to try and get the growth back, go away from recession. And I would like to as well try and increase and generate more money. So we're going to have to build offices at some point as well. To get the Brazil economy back on track, as we are currently hemorrhaging heaps of money in debt. Want to try and get to export focus. We might even try and reduce some of the conscription as well, but it's going to take a little while before we can get to neo-imperialism, which I would highly recommend if you want to start conquering and annexing countries. We might puppet some of the South American countries. We'll see how we go, but I kind of want to take it all and core it for myself. So Bolsonaro has been sworn on in quite easily. This is incredibly easy to get the Nationals Outlook faction in compared to, what, in the Australian campaign, which we had to have a civil war. Same within Japan as well. Yeah, so it's going to take a little bit to get to neo-imperialism, but we'll get there. I also, obviously, want to get some experience for the Brazilian army, so we will be sending volunteers away overseas when available. Okay, so, oh god, so it's like 2017 as well. Look at all these wars going on here. So We could maybe send some volunteers to the LNA. And then, oh, I forgot about these guys. When they swept across the Middle East. I guess we'll negotiate with them. And we'll try and send them some volunteers. So our Brazilian volunteers will be able to get some experience. And what's going on here? They're doing a civil war as well. So I guess we'll back the north rather than the south. We've got the Shanghai Pact there, NATO, CSTO. But thankfully, we've got hardly anyone bordering us that's in NATO. Okay, we're going to go for limited in interventionism. So does that mean we should be able to send some volunteers over? No, not yet. However, we can send some Lend-Lease to Syria just to help one out. So let's send... Oh god, we've only got 3 rifles to send. Let's send 1 rifle. What have we got a lot of? Okay, we've got a lot of our technical vehicles. So let's send 100 of those to help out the regime. Okay, so where do I want to start going down? So there's a war goal against Venezuela and Bolivia here. So if we can overthrow those governments, that would be beneficial for us. Obviously, Venezuela in a bit of a time of weakness now. So it'll be a nice time to strike for Brazil. So we can release the region of Sao Paulo. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we need to import some technology metals and some precious metals as well, now that we're moving to a production economy. And I want to try and consolidate the PSL political party. Alright, that's now done. Oh, so they were successful. Oh, they've actually thrown them back quite quickly. But they have ceded some territory to the north by the look of it. So maybe our Lend-Lease played a part in it. The rise of media. Okay. Still nearly 2 trillion in debt. It's going to be a while before we reduce that. Germany, China, the States trying to gain influence. We're trying to secure our right populace. I love how the Twitter logo's there. Okay, so we're going to have to hold the election again. It's not going to matter. I guess that's going to solidify his rule. Oh, so maybe I should have waited till October. I was just a little bit impatient. Yeah, so Bolsonaro forms a new government. Yeah, so okay, whatever. Oh, so technically you got rid of him. Herman. Whoever this guy is. Like, I could care less who's the leader, technically. Okay, so maybe in hindsight I should have been patient and not brought him in instantly. Oh well, doesn't matter. Anyway, whoever this guy is, I have no clue. Brazilians, let me know in the comments. Is he a Chad or is he not? Like in my Turkish series, I think we had like 4 or 5 leaders because it went back and forth. We've got the Brazilian Carnival. Oh my god, that's a crazy looking photo. In Iraq there. So, I guess we go with the rise. Oh no, maybe we'll bring him back further down. Oh, looks like the Afghanis were successful. Who won? They won. Nice, okay. Alright. We're upping regional now. Okay, the rise of social media is now done. Yeah, so we're not emerging. We're not Western outlook. So, CSTO, NATO aren't really our allies. We're going, obviously, nationalist with the SLP party. And we're going to form our own faction, so... Any other nationalist outlook factions we look to bring in eventually. Okay, so a bunch of factions, well, countries, aren't using our licenses. So we're going to have to cancel a bunch of these, which sucks. But if they're not doing it, like, what the fuck? We're going to be able to send volunteers now. So what's happening here? So there's a conflict that we can get involved in. I think I'll back the south rather than the north, because they're going to get surrounded. So as long as we can gain some valuable experience with the Brazilian Army and Special Forces, I don't really care where we go. Because we want to be able to get battle-hardened and experienced soldiers before we move into probably Venezuela. Bolivia first. We'll see how we go. Securing that Venezuelan oil would be huge for us. So then we don't have to actually build silos or offshore oil rigging and stuff if we wanted to. Alright, let's so we actually can send a fair few, which is a lot. So we can send some to Libya, some to the Horn of Africa. Looks like the UK is helping them out here. So let's send some to Somalia. Have a crack at some of those pirates. Yeah, I don't... Who do I go... I guess I go for these guys? I don't even know. I don't think it overly matters. We might be able to get war justifications over here as well if we want. But looking at our nationalist focus tree, we want to try and get down the far right-hand side of the tree, because there's actually a form your own faction button. Nice. The volunteers have arrived. And also we can put up the tax as well. The corporate tax in population is incredibly low. If we can get that like 38, 28 down the bottom, that'd be awesome. Alright, so our boys have landed just east of the Kuwait base, and we'll send them north to engage the Kurds, I guess. So we're going to be fighting on the side of the Iraqis down here. Let's move further south here as well. So hopefully this will make our guys at least 5-star experience. That'll be brilliant. Oh, and let's get them stuck into some pirates. Just rock up with the Brazilian Navy. Dude, some of those videos are crazy. Have you seen them online? Where I think they're former US Marines protecting cargo ships. And those little skiffs come flying at the cargo carriers. They're fucking crazy. It's fucking wild. I recommend looking at them. So what's going on here? Alright, so they've seceded in the north. But yeah. Somali skiff videos. Fucking wild. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like it's like GoPro footage from like American contractors, I suppose. Alright, we need to get another commander in here now. But Brazil now has boots on the ground throughout the world, which is going to give us some valuable experience. Because we have numbers, we've got a bunch of divisions and battalions, but we simply just don't have the experience once a hot war breaks out. Which it will soon, once we start going after some of our neighbours. And, whoops. I want to try and break some of these off, because I already assigned all these, because it's still a little while left before we can go down. Start conquering countries, go down neo-imperialism. The new government is only just in, and we need to solidify our position, because there will be a lot of other factions. Well, every other major faction in the game is going to be trying to influence us. But already, never fear, Brazil is here, and we've already joined a small operation and mission. And some fighting has broken out. Nice! So this was going to allow us to level up heaps. Look, the Italians, the Poles, the Egyptians are helping on out here as well. Interesting. And then we've got like the Greeks helping them now out in the north. Okay, we're going to be kicking things off in October 2017. We're sending a bunch of foreign forces away on interventionalism mission. I can't even say that word properly. Interventionalism missions. Great start here today. And then we're also going to be declaring war upon Venezuela and Bolivia, I believe, as well. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. So, we've managed to bring in the Bolsonaro government. We are currently firmly in the nationalist outlook path, and we're just sort of sending our forces away to get some valuable experience, to then obviously bring that back to the hot wars coming up against Venezuela. So let me know feedback and suggestions, tips and tricks for the series. We currently have 500k manpower in the bank. Our stability and war support is growing. We currently are 3 trillion in debt, which is quite a bit, but hopefully we can bring that down as well. We need to beef up our convoys and essentially just military industrial complex, essentially. So hopefully we can get all these wars wrapped up before we go down the path of the national focus tree, which will allow us to go after some of our neighbours. The main objective of this series is to make Brazil great again. I want to try and become the dominant power in South America, although we're definitely up there, but I want to try and bring in as many of my neighbouring states as we can. We want to try and take out Argentina, secure that Argentine beef, get that Venezuelan oil. I don't know what's Uruguay famous for. I don't know. Luis Suarez. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. The Caribbean menace. Oh, so there's a war justification against Cuba. Huh, that's interesting. But also, which I'm really happy to see, is that there's a path to actually be able to form a faction as well. So let me know faction names as well in the comments, because we will be forming our own. We are going to try and move away from the NATO, American, and Chinese sphere of influence. So we've wrapped up that war in the north, which was successful, and we're just sort of helping out the Iraqis there. Back down here, doing okay, but doesn't really matter how many weapons or men we sort of lose in these volunteer wars. It's just all about the overall division going up in skill. But yeah, limit our names. What could we call it? The South American Defense Pact? Maybe something Brazilian? I don't know. What's a cool name? We'll see. Also, let me know where you'd like me to expand and conquer. Is there sort of any historical grudges and rivalries that extend sort of within South America and without, that you think Brazil should rightly claim as their own territory? Alright, we're slowly but surely advancing. And we might even be able to have a breakaway here against the Kurds, but we're just maintaining. Got that green bubble mostly everywhere. Alright. We're kind of struggling helping out the LNA. Who are these guys? Okay. Out of nowhere. Another enemy. Alright. We need some light minerals. So I guess we get them from Canada. Okay. So if we go down this, we can get better quality support. Oh, we're going to have to insult the Americans, the European Union, and the Chinese to go down this. Oh, so be it. We are going to go on our own path. Oh, that kind of sucks. Angering them. Doing quite well here against the pirates. There's only a couple more territories and tiles in the Horn of Africa. Oh, we've helped out the Somali government. I am the captain now. Alright, back up in the north. The Iraqi security forces have managed to surround them there, which is nice. But they are fighting to the bitter end here. Now, we're going to be able to get war justifications easily over here if we want. But, I don't know. I don't really see us needing to go into Northeast Africa or the Middle East. I don't even know how we would. Like, naval invasion would be incredibly hard to even logistically go over there. Maybe Liberia. I don't know. Senegal. Maybe some of those West African countries we might be able to go after, but we'll see how we go. So, I guess we kick things off with insulting the Chinese companies. Okay. Let's do it. We also get building slots though, I guess. Come on. They're nearly about to capitulate. But early on, highly would recommend sending your boys on foreign missions, just to get them up, leveled up nice and high. As we make our way towards getting the war justification against Venezuela. Which is going to be massive, because they have one of, if not the largest amount of natural oil reserves in the continent. And they won there, nice. Which is going to be huge, because fuel is always a little bit hard to come by. Particularly if we're angering essentially every major faction in the game. And we just won't have to rely on those convoys coming in. If any enemy navy decides to blockade us, because fuel is sort of make and break on this game. Okay, so unfortunately we're going to go back down to stagnation. Damn it. Let's continue to try and go down this. Yeah, so we can get a war score against Cuba. That's kind of weird. Is there any historical basis for that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, maybe doing an invasion of Cuba might anger the Americans, though. You'd imagine having Brazil on their doorstep like that, they wouldn't be overly too happy-chappy about that one. Okay, so we can actually ask for a bailout from France, China, or the IMF. Hilarious. The IMF probably wouldn't hold much influence over us, but I think we could do this with our debt, but I think I'd rather not, because there could be some really bad unforeseen consequences of asking like France for a bailout or something. So that's an option, but I'm not going to do it. Alright, let's anger the European Union now, and we've gone back to stagnation. We've also got some spare political power that we want to try and drop, but yeah, I don't know why the population tax rate and corporate tax rate is so low. Like, Brazil has a huge population. I'm going to be able to tax. Even the demographics of Brazil's kind of cool. There's like a really huge Japanese ethnic population in there, which is cool. Alright, that's now complete. And so it's only going to take not too long. Yeah, I guess we go after Venezuela and Bolivia, and then we'll go after Cuba next. Alright, well, let's wait for that to get underway. Still mostly just focusing on computing and research. And we'll have to make our way north now. It's going to be a little bit hard to attack Venezuela, as the Amazon is like right between us and in and around. Suriname is there. But let's mobilize the Brazilian armed forces, and let's make this a little bit nicer. Redraw this up properly, as we've already got a bunch of our boys that were on foreign missions back. So 18 is the group requirement. We will have numerical supremacy over every faction in South America, as we are the largest. Is that a fact? I would imagine that Brazil would probably have the largest, probably spends the most, potentially. But I wouldn't imagine that Venezuela are going to put up too much of a crazy fight. The main problem is going to be logistics and supply. We might even need to do a naval invasion as well, because we are fighting through our interior. We're going to have air supremacy, and what we'll need to do as well is get the Navy to focus on convoy raiding to stop supply coming in. You'd imagine they've got the oil, but they mustn't have that much raw metals there. They're not going to have much of a navy, you would imagine, either. So we should have everything on our side. We will need to bring in a military governor to subdue the populace. And also at the same time, we're going to get a war deck against Bolivia, so we might actually fight on two fronts. The Navy's not going to be able to help out in Bolivia, so we might have to slightly give Bolivia more of a air force. So let's try and draw up these front lines. The only problem is when you do declare war upon two factions, there's a chance that they could like form a faction against me. But once again as well, bordering in the Amazon rainforest, it's going to be a little bit tricky to push down and into Bolivia. Okay, the justification is complete. Let's go, go, go. Let's move the Navy around and go on convoy raiding. Going into the Caribbean. And what do I go with now? Well, we probably just want to try and wait until this war is over before declaring war upon Cuba. Okay. Let's push on. But so far, thankfully, no major foreign faction has stood against them. So the Air Force is operating with aerial supremacy, which you would imagine. Although we're winning, it's still going to be a long and arduous push. Oh, nice. We might be able to get a nice surrounding tactic in the jungle here. Let's try and push into some of their territory. As well, what you can't really see is the elevation of these countries as well. We've got some high altitude trading for our fucking boys. Right. Got some more divisions here. At the moment, we've got no divisions in training because essentially we want to try and allow our production to focus on getting a nice real surplus of equipment. We've already got 40 divisions, which is a hell... that's a lot. It's not like Australia or Japan where you need to rebuild and build up the army. Oh, hell, Germany. But I would highly recommend playing as Brazil on Modern Dawn. Very easy to go nationalistic if you want. Go through that neo-imperialism, have some fun. Oh, so the Brazilian Navy has engaged the Venezuelan. Oh, bro, but we've sunk a bunch of frigates and the cruisers as well. We were on convoy raiding, so we are trying to stop the supplies getting in there. And we've made a really nice blitzkrieg. A nice, decisive... looks like a spear charge. Look at that. Into Bolivia. So, if we're lucky, we might actually be able to capitulate them before Venezuela. Just because we've got more ways to get in. But there's some territory we can't go into. Hey, Bolivia has capitulated. Well, I could puppet it, but let's be frank. I want to bring all this under our control. I want to bring this, have this a nice green, Brazilian, like, I want to paint South America a nice green. That's what I want to do. Nice. Well, Bolivia has capitulated. Yet Venezuela is holding. Just because they are essentially defending from one tile here. Like, we can't even push over that because it's just so treacherous. So I reckon everyone else, we're going to have to do an amphibious attack from the north here. So, is that the closest port? Yep. So we'll move over here. We have engaged and probably crushed and destroyed the Venezuelan Navy. So our transports should be able to amphibiously attack with ease. Let's also move the Air Force up as well, just to help out with our aerial support. Still got plenty of fuel coming in. And Malaysia, oh my god, Korea, want to send us some logistics. So yeah, I think just consolidating our rule is probably not a bad idea. I guess we can change up the army as well. Dude, there's a lot of options with this Brazilian focus tree. I like it. I like it a lot. So, let's set up this naval invasion from here. So let's get a bunch of them going. Because we are really struggling, so... aim for ports. However, because we've got so many spare armies here, you can actually go... it is a little bit risky, might I add, but you can go like one tile to the left of a port. If your naval invasions are like, for example, dropping around about the same day or time. But you got to be careful, because if you do get attacked... they're not going to have any supply help, and they're going to get crushed and capitulated. Securing the airbase there would be massive. They already have a little bit of aerial combat, essentially. But if we can capture these 4 capture points, the capital, and then the air bases, that should make a massive difference in the war. But look at this. Like, we are really struggling with all these units here. We've got too many, quite frankly, so let's actually unassign them and let's disengage with the rest, because we have done absolutely no movement or progression there on the border. So it does look like we're going to have to amphibiously attack. So it looks like NATO... so the Americans have dropped some observer forces in French Guiana. Emmanuel Macron as well has got some units there. I'm sure the French Foreign Legion is watching on. Because then they have an out... yeah, they've got like the North African outpost, and then they've got the South American one as well. Nice. So we've been successful in our amphibious attack. And let's try and attack from the rest of the country. Now they're going to respond quickly, you'd imagine. So we kind of got to be Johnny on the spot. Why aren't you moving? Wait, hang on. There we go. Oh, while you're there, get that airbase. Alright, now they're starting to send some resistance over there. Oh my god, was that like a super heavy tank that they've got there? Holy shit. You'd imagine Venezuela probably... they probably have pretty decent offensive capacity. They've probably got pretty decent equipment as well. Because they're a military dictatorship, so something to keep an eye on. The capital's fallen, nice. Oh, they retook that airbase. We're also just trying to secure up the economy as well. Oh, nice. We can finally go with neo-imperialism. So that means we're going to be able to go after Colombia, Argentina, and Peru, any other bordering faction if we want, without relying on focus tree justifications. So we've set up 2 nice little beachheads. And hopefully we can keep this up. Yeah, so in hindsight, we probably should have naval invaded from the start. We could have had this war ended a hell of a lot sooner. We've lost 800, which is quite a bit. But that's also in combination with the other Bolivian war. Nice. Oh, now here we go. Oh, they took the port back, but we're managing to take the central and heart of the country. Oh no, we've got some divisions getting surrounded there. Bah! Also, some other political parties are gaining influence. Mostly non-aligned and emerging. Alright, let's get some more civilian factories in. Come on, just need to save them there. Oh my god, look at the map elevation of that. Holy shit. Very close to capitulating now. The government got re-elected. Nice. We haven't even banned elections yet either. Come on. Hey, there we go. Venezuela has capitulated. Got some Falcon jets, which is cool. So, I guess we'll just take it all. Bring it all under our control. Nice. Done really well here today. Bringing Venezuela and... yeah, under our control. Look at that. Look at all the oil. That's massive. Is that the Dutch to the north there? There is a lot of overseas territories like that. That's cool. Anyway, unfortunately that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 2 of the Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn Brazilian campaign. Stay tuned for episode 3 coming out at the exact same time tomorrow, where, let me know, who should we attack? We could go after Cuba because that's on the nationalist focus tree. Or maybe we're better off securing more South American nations under our control. It might be easier to go after Peru. Go after Paddington fucking Bear. Or Argentina, rather than setting up a naval invasion into the Caribbean. Well, however, we are now trained to do those amphibious operations, so it might be a good idea. But going into Cuba might anger the United States, you know what I mean? We're sort of kicking the nest, because they're right on the border there. We're going to be going through the Nationals focus tree and getting a war justification against Cuba. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Once we're done with them, we should have enough time here today as well to go after another South American faction. Haven't decided who just yet. So, if you haven't seen the last episode, highly recommend you do. We managed to conquer and take Venezuela and Bolivia. Also, the last couple of episodes, we've had really quite successful interventionism. The war justification is complete, and let's go to war with Cuba. Now, we'd have to be a little bit careful, as the states do have a base just to the south there. They'll be like, what the hell is this? Brazilians? I don't know why Americans talk about that, but yeah, they're going to be watching us take the rest of Cuba, looking on from Guantanamo or Florida, I guess. So, we have naval supremacy. I don't think we're going to have air, but already we've engaged some of the Cuban army and occupants. Oh, we're failing to go there. Okay, so we've managed to take the airbase there, which is nice. Now, unfortunately, there's no port there, so we are going to struggle going into Havana, their capital. Yeah, sure. I guess we'll make the Christ Redeemer a wonder. Currently engaging some convoys there. Doesn't God or Jesus Cristo? Yeah, isn't that in like I guess Portuguese? Cristo. Alright, that failed. Right, we got them killed. Fuck. Shit. It's sometimes worth doing that if they deploy at the same time, but they're not. Alright. I might have fucked this up. We are struggling to invade Cuba. Shit. Alright, maybe we go again. Retry. Shit. I knew it was going to be a little bit difficult, this. Because Cuba is pretty well defended. Alright, we go again, I guess. So why did I... How can you set that up but then it like gets unassigned? Like what the fuck? And you're still days away, the bigger divisions. Alright. Malaysia and Korea once again want to help out. Alright, we go again. Alright. They've caught on where we're deploying. Germany wants to invest. Nice. Okay, cool. We've landed here with 18 divisions. That's what I want to see. We go again. Alright, a little bit of a misplay. A little bit of a fuck up. Lost some divisions. It's alright. Resilience and persistence is key. Now, if and when we are successful against Cuba, we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do with the country. Annex it. Have a big Cuban cigar. Take that manufacturing. Export it to the world. I don't fucking know what I'm on about. But I think maybe puppet the country. Because then we can actually create a faction with them later at some point. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. And it'll also probably give us a nice sort of buffer zone. And protection if the Americans or NATO ever were to attack from the north-south. Because we could probably blockade. Like, use Cuba as a first line of defense. Like, there's a lot of islands here that we could sort of block and hold, which would be kind of cool. Also get those 50s and 60s, those cool retro cars. Old American stuff in Cuba. It's kind of cool. I have seen, like, videos of that. They have these, like, really cool retro cars. Because of the various US embargoes and trade sanctions, I suppose, technically. Oh, we've got a little bit of resistance to occupation here. Well, now in Cuba. So I guess we go local police force. We might need to go military governor, but look, as time goes on, that will be whittled down. And we probably want to try and up the Brazilian Secret Service and sort of security forces as well. It's probably not a bad idea to get some better quality officer corps in, as Pakistan wants to help us out. Our corruption's still quite high, 7 now rather than 8. But hopefully as well, we're slowly but surely getting the economy back on track, and we want to try and whittle down that $2 trillion worth of debt. But we could always print more money if we want, I suppose. Alright, we're really struggling to get into their capital, which is surprising. Seeing as we're naval invading into the capital, but we're also attacking from a tile right next to it as well. A bunch of research has been complete. Nice. And maybe bringing the Air Force over might actually speed things up, as we're not flying over from Venezuela. Having our fighter jets hit the ground from within Cuba itself would be good. Oh, finally we can expand into our land doctrine as well. Experience-wise with our soldiers who are up there, but actually operating land doctrines and stuff. Same with air and navy. We're still pretty fucking raw. We've come back after that little misplay at the start. We've got the majority of the island under our control. If we can't break this down, we actually might need to do another naval invasion. Because we're so close to finishing them off. It's kind of awkward because their capital is a port as well, so they have an absurd amount of logistics and stuff they can get in. We've lost 5k compared to their 10k, which is crazy. We haven't lost anywhere near as high as that. 5,000 Brazilians trying to take Cuba. I'd imagine it's like incredibly hard to do something like this. Probably one of the largest amphibious attacks the world has ever seen. This is like, I don't know, Taiwan 2. This is our Taipei mission, I guess. I don't fucking know. Hey, we're finally making some money. Good. We can get that debt down. That is the main objective. Alright, we got a push hopefully coming here. Still like 80, 90 days though. You gotta give it to Cuba. Making us fucking work for this one. Make us fight for the bitter end. There's just like one American division thinking, what the fuck is this? See it, all the Brazilian boys. Sail past Guantanamo. Right, I guess we'd naval invade in the north. Or whatever. If we hit this island here, that'll do. Alright, only 12 days before we can launch. Although it says we're winning, it's a little bit deceiving. Maybe we should do another one from here, because we still have naval and aerial supremacy. It's just like getting fucking in there. Alright. How about now? Just fucking send it. Oh, I got down to 8 days there. You're fucking kidding me? Shit. Fucking Cuba taking the piss here. Yeah, take that. 2 fucking convoys just crushed. Yeah, whatever, I'll go with this. Hey, we landed. Oh, so that island is a part of... It's the same tile. Alright. Nice. We somehow got in there. Holy shit. Fuck you, Cuba. Let's puppet them. They made us work way too fucking hard for that. Nice. So, now they're our loyal allies. Oh, God. Brought in some Fidel Castro looking fucker. Oh, God. Well... Yeah, now we can form a faction, so let's get that done. 100% Nationalist outlook. Nice. Well, we gotta go for another target now. Same with another target and national focus as well. So we should be able to create a faction with Cuba. So let's do that, I suppose. Cuba. Oh, it's grayed out, I think. Oh, that sucks. Well, it's going to be a while before we can do that for whatever reason. I think we need world tension to go up a bit. Yeah, set rule, create a faction. Yeah, so it's done. And it's not here. Probably definitely want to go with construction for factories, civilian factories. I can always forget that. It's always worth paying that to get that construction buff. Yeah. There's nothing here. Because the quicker we can actually create a faction, the better, the stronger we'll get, so we can invite other like-minded and similar factions into our own. Yeah, so it needs to be at 85%. That's fucking massive. That's going to be ages away. Oh well. No matter. We'll try and warm up the world tension, I guess. Switzerland has formed their own faction. Hilarious. can't like join them. Anyway, we need to make a plan. Colombia, Peru, Argentina, Paraguay. Is there anyone else we can actually attack through here? I don't think so. Okay, I am going to go after Colombia. Colombia. I think that would be a nice play, because we're right on the border. We're already up here. It'd actually take us a long time to fucking get all the way back down to face Argentina, so we'll try and seize and take Bogota. It's going to take a little while, though. Oh my god, South Africa has attacked Mozambique. Mozambique, yeah. That's an Apex Legends reference. Alright, we're going to send 3 divisions to Pacifica. God knows why they attacked Mozambique. They're actually quite close to us, though. We're still waiting for a total of 110 days before we can war deck Colombia. So I think we'll go with fossil fuels there rather than green policies. It wouldn't. I think it makes sense. Like now that we have Venezuela's fossil fuel and oil production, it wouldn't make sense for us to go the other way. Especially if we're nationalistic as well. We'll probably get more bonuses. Oh wow, they're doing quite well. They've surrounded a bunch of Mozambique forces there. Who's backing who? We got Swaziland there. Lesto. Alright, looks like the boys have landed. Only a quick stop away in Southern Africa. Let's go and help them out. Maybe they're trying to secure their crazy water crisis that's been going on. I've been reading about that. That's fucking wild. That South Africa is running out of water like crazy. Just fucking awful. There's actually a bunch of South Africans like fleeing here to Australia, which is interesting. It's been going on for years now. I think we've got like sort of a repatriation thing, which is cool. Or former expats and stuff. Alright. Looks like they're going to get some more land though. Conquering Mozambique. Securing more farmland, I suppose. Oh wow. I don't think they really needed our help. Holy shit. Norway leaves NATO. Oh no! Mozambique was puppeted. Okay. Emerging outlook. Okay. That's so weird. Alright, so May 2020 now. Mid. You know what, I suppose. The war justification against Colombia is complete. So, let's move on in. Roger, roger. We might even set up a naval invasion as well. But air supremacy. Naval supremacy. Let's take Colombia. Bogota. And, I don't know. What's Colombia known for? I don't know. What is it known for? Fuck me. Known for football. Known for Radamel Falcao. Just flood the US with like cheap. Yeah. Product and services. Alright. 10k, we've only lost 200. Oh, we've caught in Cuba. I don't know what they're gonna do. Launch some old Soviet fucking craft or whatever they've got hanging around. Oh, God. 4 ships. Oh, shit. The Colombian Navy is not fucking about. Oh, God. They full on just smashed the Navy. Holy shit. Fighting to the absolute bitter end. Nice. I like it when, countries sort of fight back and stand up. Holy shit. No, we have slowed down a bit in some areas, but we're doing alright overall. No, they're screwed. They're done out here. Yeah, we want to try and max out this where we can. Nice. Hell yeah. Look at all that equipment. Look at all that gear we just managed to get. And, yeah, I guess we'll full on take the States. Bring it in under directly Brazilian control from... what's our capital now? It's Brasilia. They changed it, didn't they? In and around sort of the World Cup time. Hell yeah. Well, nice. Unfortunately, on that note, it's time to end episode 3. Today's video here today. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for episode 4 coming out soon, where, yeah, who do we go against? Peru? Argentina? Uruguay? There's a couple smaller countries here and there. We might be better off going after one of the big dogs. Simply just because it takes so long to get that justification. Like, we had those rapid wars early on because of the focus tree, but it took 200 days to justify that one against Colombia, which just sucks. It just takes so long. It takes so long to go through years in Millennium Dawn. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, like and sub if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. And that's pretty much it. Let me know feedback and suggestions, tips and tricks as always. And what other countries you would like me to do in future series. Peru. We're going after Paddington Bear and the boys. However, the Americans have guaranteed them, so they might be at war with us. So we're just going to have to sort of see what happens, I suppose. But anyway, make sure to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I would really much appreciate it. In the last episode, if you haven't gone and checked it out, we managed to take Cuba and Colombia. Yeah. So nationalist outlook is actually growing in the States, which is interesting. The Republican Party is currently in charge. Okay. And we're currently investing in better infrastructure projects. Oh god. Things have kicked off over here. Oh no. Korea wants to invest into us. So who's under the command there? Okay. 2020 things are kicking this off now. A lot earlier. Alright, gotta keep an eye on that if any major factions join on in. We're still trying to get rid of our debt. We've actually upped our public and corporate tax rate significantly. And we've got the debt below 2 trillion, which is nice. So the lower we can get that, the better. But there's also a bunch of infrastructure projects that we want to do. Dude, they are not looking good here. They are incredibly on the back foot. Only the Turks are sending them equipment. Alright. Rectars, I suppose. Oh, the capital has fallen. Oh, shit. Look at this. Yeah. 99% towards capitulation. Oh. That's it. Wowzers. That only lasts a couple of days. And he's now currently in charge. Alright, so they have joined CSTO. Pushing right up to the Romanian and Polish border. Wow, okay. Only time will tell how influential that will be. Probably not going to overly affect us and Brazil in this series, mostly if CSTO and NATO go at it. Alright. Our war justification against Peru is complete. So the UK, the US, and Argentina are guaranteeing their independence. Okay, weird. What? The UK has formed the Commonwealth of Nations with New Zealand and Australia. Okay. Alright, let's declare war and I suppose see who joins on in. You'd imagine Argentina will. That's why I've had to move the army down to the south because they're right on the border. But that's actually not too bad if Argentina come on in. It saves us from justifying against them. So let's move the Air Force over Peru and Argentina. Now, I would normally deploy the Navy. However, if Britain come in, that's gonna fucking suck. As their Navy's probably gonna destroy us. Yeah, look at this. What in the fuck? This is like some Hearts of Iron 4 vanilla World War II shit. The UK has guaranteed the independence of Peru. They're fighting on side of the Argentines, which is just hilarious. I know they're back on amicable terms, the Argentines and the Brits, but a little bit weird. Alright, so we'll focus on Peru, Argentina, and I guess we have to watch out for any amphibious attacks from the Falklands. Or like Gibraltar, like what else is near us? Nice, alright, well, we'll focus on taking out Argentina. And then we have to go after the Commonwealth of Nations. Okay. Maybe we can form a faction, call it the Brazilian Empire, as we try to take those overseas territories. We should have enough. 40 divisions. Unless the Australians or the Kiwis send a bunch. We just have to figure out a way to get to Britain. Like doing a crazy and naval invasion might work. To be fair, we did do one in the Germany series. We managed to navally invade all the way down from Germany itself to land in the Congo. So it is possible. It also is a lot easier on Millennium Dawn Modern Day Mod because you don't need aerial supremacy. But so far, comparing the two, Peru seems to be holding a lot better than Argentina, which is interesting. Maybe it's a lot flatter, a lot more farmland. Air supremacy over the top still. You'd imagine. Alright, pushing into Lima. Oh shit. Some of our convoys unfortunately getting targeted. Alright, we've divided Peru in two. Alright, get this airbase perfect. Go right down to the bottom there. Nice. So close. Dude. The British Navy is absolutely trashing our convoys that are mostly coming from Canada in the north, I believe. Oh, nice. We've actually completed our construction that we started at the start of the game, which is mostly civilian, some infrastructure, and then we had some officers there. Nice. Hey, Argentina has capitulated. Perfect. Well, let's bring it all in under our control. Nice. Look at this. We've got a huge chunk of South America now. A little bit of border gore with Paraguay, Uruguay, and Chile surrounded. Yeah. If I had to think who would last longer between Argentina and Peru, you'd think Argentina would. They probably have the superior military. Alright, let's quickly move back up. You know what? We could justify peace with the UK and the Commonwealth. Nice. Peru's capitulated. If we want to, because now that this war has now ended, you would imagine that they wouldn't be too interested in the conflict, you'd think. And we can create the faction now. Maybe we wait after, potentially. So we just need to get rid of the UK. Well, I guess we make plans and preparations to go after the UK and Jeremy Corbyn. Who would have thought that? Jeremy Corbyn, I rather said. Yeah, so hang on. Ceasefire. Not a war for 3 months. Yeah, it's probably not possible. Oh, that's so weird. South Ossetia. Azerbaijan joined CSTO. The Suez Canal has been blocked. Oh no. Not good. Okay. Well, it's probably not a bad idea now to go and construct some military factories. Now they've got a lot more territory under our control. Even some of the AI has built up. Some of the infrastructure here and there. Officers, our debt is slowly but surely falling. We're making a bunch of money now. Our civilian factories are good as well. Got about 80 factories. But now we need to flip things over to military. Most of the AI countries you took have civilian factories as well. So we could even switch some of them over if we want at some point. But then we've got to deal with the Britain question, I suppose. Dude, they are still going after me. Holy shit. Like, what do they have? Yeah, so they got the Falklands down here. They got a couple smaller territories and stuff. Yeah, I guess Boris lost. Which is interesting. Alright, well, I guess we make an attempt to try and navally invade the UK. So, let's go. I suppose we try and land in the West Country. Swansea, Cardiff, Wales, Cornwall, Cornwallis, Bournemouth. So, it's a pretty ambitious attempt. That is so fucking far away. But we might be able to reach it. It really just largely depends on the Navy. We'll see how we go. We got pretty far in the Germany series, so... From Germany to Congo. Brazil to the UK might be doable. But we'll see how we go. Okay. Just reduce the corruption here now as well again, because we still got to deal with that. But we're ready to go. So let's do with naval invasion support. And see if this properly reaches. Okay. Oh, it's fucking out of range. That sucks. I don't know if that's going to work then. Hang on. We don't have any overseas territories to the north here. We don't occupy any of these little islands between Africa and stuff. Like, we might actually have to go after, like, Morocco or something. We can't invite them in. We could go after Gibraltar, because the thing is... Yeah, I don't know how we're going to reach it. We might have to leapfrog from another country, because we can't go after Portugal, England's natural ally, or Spain, because they're currently in NATO, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I actually don't think this is doable from here. Oh my god, fucking Britain. War decking me. Yeah, because we can reach to Morocco and Portugal. We can't actually reach France. It's just so annoying when you're at war with a country that's so far away from you. To be fair, thankfully they haven't landed troops at all. Luckily they weren't in NATO and they've made their own faction. Well, how did we do it in the Germany series? Oh, we must have used... No, I think we used Saint Thomé, didn't we? Like, we could go for... No, why can't we go to Gibraltar from that side? Oh, okay. Yeah, so maybe we are going to have to go after Morocco, which is really going to complicate things. And then just cross our fingers and hope that we can get it from there, because... Yeah, and even from that port we can't get to Gibraltar, because that would be the natural play. And then invade Britain from Gibraltar. But why are we going around that side? Anyway, it's probably time to make a faction, because we might be able to invite a nation that's closer. So I think I've made the decision to call it the Union of South American Nations. I think that'd be cool. Because most of it's in the south. And Cuba is a puppet, really. Okay, so... Chile. No one else can come on in. But boom! Look at that. Nice green. There we go. Only a couple small free and independent countries here and there, but we've taken out most of the major players. We have most of South America now firmly under our control. The Union of South American Nations. What do you think about that name of a faction? I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, so we can't like invite Ireland or somehow get a naval base off them. Yeah, so I think we have to go with the Moroccan plan. Oh no, it's not going to take too long though. For some reason. Only 10 days into West Sahara. Well, we'll do that. And we'll make a quick detour to Morocco, I suppose. Didn't think I would be invading Morocco in this Brazil series. What the fuck? Okay, so we can declare war upon them now. The naval invasions are all set up. They're probably going to join the Commonwealth faction. Let's just hope France or Algeria or anyone else get involved. Oh, things have kicked off here though. Oh god. And they've taken it in one fell swoop. Oh shit. 2021. That's pretty early. Not happening in their 2048 plan. Completely annexed. Oh shit. Alright, things are heating up. Well, thankfully it's 100% now. Well, tensions, so we've formed our own faction. As we push into Morocco. th of December 2021. And the Brazilian boys are flying. Have no idea the size or capacity of Morocco's military. But in the south they have some fighting here and there. Nice, we've managed to make a beachhead. Now, we just need to quickly get all of this under our control, because the last thing we want is for interventionism forces to help on out. Nice, we've divided them there. feel bad for Morocco. But hey, you wouldn't join the faction. So this means we're going to be able to house the navy here, and then eventually invade the UK from here. Bro, I would not have expected to be at war with Britain and gonna take it into this series. It's kind of wild. Like, I thought, oh yeah, take the majority of South America, and then like, if we were to push up into Central, maybe go after the US. But yeah, trying to navally invade Britain, kind of wild and whack. Alright, so we've taken the majority of the south. We've taken territory, but they are holding in some of these corridors here. There's a 2-tile corridor, so you have to be a little bit careful here, but we just want to try and stretch them as best as we can. Come on, just keep it up. Let's go, go, go. Oh! Looks like some allied forces have landed. Yep, never fear, the Brits are here defending. They must have taken a small little trip from Gibraltar. Not good. Nice. Perfect encirclement there. We need to get our air force over here. Now that we've captured that. Perfect. Because they're probably rapidly flying and running jets from Gibraltar. They actually have air supremacy, shit. Keep going, keep pushing. Keep wrapping around. Oh, they're so close to capitulating. Keep on keeping on. Punch through it. Punch it. So, Brazilian and UK forces are actually fighting out here. Nice. Perfect. Morocco has capitulated, and we'll puppet it because I kind of feel like it's weird for us to hold it. Because now we're going to be able to fully control their bases. So, Morocco is under the control of the Brazilian government. But thankfully, we've actually been able to destroy a fair few British divisions here. Some of their best. We've trapped them in North Africa. And now, the rest of the Moroccan forces are on our side. And they're probably going to be able to help dominate, control, and patrol the Mediterranean. Oh, nice! We just surrounded and crushed a bunch of British battalions and divisions there. Nice. Well, now we have to reset again and make plans and preparations to navally invade from Western Morocco to Britain again. Well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay tuned for episode 5 of the Brazil series coming out at the exact same time tomorrow, where we're going to have the Brazilian battle for Britain, I suppose. We're going to be trying to launch the invasion against Britain. So, if you'd like to say that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. We've managed to wipe out our 2 trillion debt that we had at the start of the series. We're making a bunch of money after incorporating the majority of South America. We have puppeted Morocco and Cuba. Now, we had to go after Morocco in the last episode. If you haven't gone and watched it, I highly recommend you do. Because we couldn't reach to Britain. You might be thinking, why the fuck are Brazil at war with Britain? Like, why? Well, they made the decision to guarantee Argentina and Peru. What? A little bit strange. So now we're technically at war with them and the Commonwealth of Nations, which at the moment encompasses Australia and New Zealand. We've got a bunch of spare military factories now, which is nice. But yeah, the naval invasion couldn't reach, so I was like, oh, okay, we have to figure out how to get over there. So we went after Morocco to use them as a bit of a leap pad. The States are currently flying some Air Force over it, but we're currently engaging a little bit of dogfighting over Moroccan airspace due to, obviously, the Brits holding Gibraltar right there. Like, even Spain, like, holds some territory in Morocco. Is that the case, or is that just, like, military bases there on the borders? I don't know. A little bit weird. But, whatever. Okay, let's go with the Air Force there. January 2022. China attacked India. Kind of fucking wild. After going after... Well... Okay, so... Now that should reach... Okay. Because we're already at war with Britain. We don't need to declare war upon them, we just need to go there. Now, hopefully we're successful. Oh, no! The goddamn huge British Navy has engaged us. Hopefully we don't lose anyone as they try to rule the waves. Nice! We've got a really strong footing here in Wales, in Cardiff, and Bristol. Huge port. One of the main fucking historical sort of awful I don't know how to say it. Hang on. Like they used to transport a lot of people through Bristol, not by their own will, I guess. Which is kind of fucked. Okay, so now they've reacted. We want to try and get an air base, so we can try and challenge their aerial supremacy. But half of Wales and Cornwall's under our control. I imagine both countries would probably want to be liberated under our rule. The Americans are sending a lot of volunteers, though. But thankfully, we were able to really soften up and dissolve a bunch. There's a shit ton of battalions in Morocco because they came to invade them. But we're doing well so far. But I haven't decided exactly what I want to do to the country. Come on, let's just try and spread them. Let's take London. We might partition the country into various sections. Like that'd be cool. Scotland, Wales, I don't know, East Anglia, Cornwall. London has fallen, nice. As the Brazilians take southern London. What's that? That's a Brazilian. The fuck? Oh god. I thought that was that thing I get on Dominicas. Oh, anyway. Pushing up to Liverpool. Oh, dude. They are really quite close to capitulating. Oh god, we just need to get rid of them before Australia or New Zealand get enough factories so we don't have to go to war with them. Because that would be a nightmare. I don't even know if it'd be possible. You'd have to, like, stop off at bloody Madagascar or Sri Lanka or something. Alright, England has basically fallen. But the Americans are helping them out. Bro, thank God they formed their own faction. We've crushed so many of them. If they were in NATO, it would have been a fucking different story. But Brazil is doing pretty well as we push into the Scottish Highlands. Alright, let's redraw you again. Newcastle. We're here. Say hello to the Geordies. Is that a Brazilian? Alright, we're surrounding the town. Yeah, I got some units now moving. How have they not capitulated? It's the Scots that'll... and the people in Northern Ireland. 28k to their 80. Oh god.
Things have slowed down slightly. We've got 120 or so factories now. God, they're so close. France has triggered Article 50. Really? That's really surprising. That France would leave. Oh god, China puppeted India. Holy shit. Let's go over there. Look at that flag. Fucking wild. Oh my god. I'm kind of happy I started in 2017. Holy shit. Shanghai Pact is huge. Just sort of mix things up. Because sometimes it just takes ages to get to the 2020s when shit's like kicking off in this game. Oh, my Air Force was in England. Maybe I should move it to Scotland. Oh, there we go. We're making some better progression there. There we go. Newcastle has fallen. Oh, I got some Kiwi and Australian forces rocking up, you'd imagine. Oh, come on. We're so close. Edinburgh. We've got so much political power that I haven't fucking spent here. We also should make the military budget a bit as well, because we've got so much money now. It's kind of absurd. Oh god. The boys are getting the BAM back together with the Axis of Resistance. We got what, 95% area supremacy now. What the hell? I don't know what the British Navy is doing. Just smashing those convoys there. They did engage us, but they somehow we managed to somehow push past them. It's ballooned to 138k. You would imagine once Edinburgh, Glasgow fall, that's it. So we get to control what we do to Australia and New Zealand as well. Oh, nice. The Treaty of Glasgow. What the fuck? I did not expect, in my wildest predictions of this series, that would have to take Britain. What the hell? So, I guess we try and satellite rather than liberate. So what do we got? We got Wales, Scotland. Oh, so no Cornwall or Essex or anything. Or like Northumbria. Like some of the old Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. Well, how about we expand Scotland's territorial control? Yeah, there we go. And same with Wales. We might even make Wales a bit bigger. The Isle of Man, sure. I would like to give Northern Ireland back to Ireland if we could. And I guess we just puppet the UK with the rest. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give Northern Ireland to the Scots because there is that whole thing that they're what if countries, like a Celtic union. Like if Northern Ireland wanted to leave Britain to form its own. So let's do that. That'd be cool. A Celtic union in the north. I want to try and replicate like a free and independent Cornwall. So we still want to puppet. No, hang on. Go to Wales. Yeah, so we'll give them that. We still want to have Westminster and the UK have some sort of influence, but we'll just have them have that side of England. Oh god, it looks a little bit border gory, but looks alright. Australia, I guess we'll just puppet Australia straight up. And then I guess we'll just, instead of making New Zealand its own state, let's just make it a state of Australia, fuck it. Just for admin ease. Nice. So let's have a look at, oh god, so now they're a part of the Union of South American Nations. Alright, so Kelly's been brought in at Scotland, okay. Who's in Wales? Kai Wood. And then, okay, so UKIP has taken control of England now, okay. Interesting. Oh my god, then we've got Morocco here as well. What a absurd looking faction. Alright, back down here. Who's in charge? Oh, God. Jesus Christ, Pauline fucking Hanson. And she is the Queen in New Zealand now, I suppose. God, what the fuck. Well, anyway, on that note here today, we've wrapped up all the current wars that we're at war with, and we've liberated Scotland, Wales, and Australia to some extent. Oh, wow. Fucking wild. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching episode 5, and I'm going to put a pin in the campaign here. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see episode 6, but I'm going to take a break for a couple of days recording this campaign and move on to some other content I got to record across all the YouTube channels. If you don't know, you may or may not know, I do have a Simpzy FIFA channel where I play, well, FIFA. Got the Turtle War channel, this Hearts of Iron 4 channel, and I've also got a Football Manager channel, which I try to upload nearly daily or as much as I can across those 4 channels. Even Apex Legends. There's a 5th one as well, if you're interested in that sort of stuff. But, yeah, I think we have done really well with Brazil. We've managed to become the major dominant power in South America. We've taken a bunch of territory. There's only, like, Paraguay, Uruguay. And then the annoying thing about those smaller countries there, it's going to take, like, 200 days. It's going to take, like, another whole year, which is, like, I think it takes like 15 minutes. It takes ages to do like 1 year. So it's going to take ages to go after these little smaller countries. I just don't know if it's worth it. Like, we've already controlled most of South America. We might be better off going against some of the bigger and other major powers. That's what I'm open to do. So let me know. Should we go after NATO? I don't know. I actually don't know if we'd straight up win against NATO. We might need some more countries, potentially. CSTO. And the Shanghai Pact as well. But, yeah, I think going after Morocco and the UK and bringing in Australia and New Zealand under our control, maybe getting some of their volunteers, and the Scottish and Wales one. That's kind of crazy. I'm kind of happy that we sort of managed to take Britain as Brazil. Like, what the hell? Kind of whack and wild. I didn't expect it for this series. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more Hearts of Iron 4 content on the channel. If we don't do episode 6, there will be a new series on this channel, of course, in no particular order. Maybe thinking of playing of India, maybe playing as Mexico, Nigeria. There's a bunch of factions. Maybe we can role play as, I don't know, Finland or NATO, or maybe a smaller, maybe Poland or something. We don't need to go full empire building and conquering territorially, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I might need to hold a vote. I need to figure out a good way to, like, because you only can have like 5 votes on a YouTube poll. Yeah, maybe I need to figure out a better way to get all your guys' votes, because I'm sort of just relying on comments at the moment. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, fellas.